Hello, everybody. What's going on? Let me know if you can hear me. All right. Let me know if you can hear me. I want to give you all behind the scenes of our Facebook group launch. As you all know, we launched the Facebook group on July 31st, and it's been on and popping since then. So, hello, everybody. I'm going to briefly introduce myself and then we're going to jump into the video. My name is Audria Richmond. I'm a marketing and launch strategist. I work directly with my clients to teach them how to build uncloned brands and launch profitable marketing campaigns. And so today we're going to be going behind the scenes of the Facebook group launch, and I'm going to give you some of the strategies and tactics that we used. So if you're in the process of launching a Facebook group, or if you're thinking about launching anything really, this is going to be very helpful for you. But before I dive into that, I do want to let you know that if you need help with launching in general, I highly recommend you go to my site, audriarichmond.com, and I highly recommend that you get the UnCloned book bundle so you can have the proper tools that you need to launch your marketing campaigns. If you want to go beyond the book and you want extended support with your launches, you want a little bit more hand holding, you want me to review and audit what you have, then it would be in your best interest to get on the wait list for the UnCloned Mastermind. You can head over to unclonedmastermind.com and get on the wait list. All right. So let's jump into it. Now, we decided to launch a Facebook group, and I kind of want to give you a backstory before we dive into the tactics and the strategies and like what we did and all of those things, right? So, number one, the first thing to note is that this is not our first Facebook group. That's something that I want to put out there because a lot of people are new to me and they think that, like, oh, this is just our first Facebook group. No, I have so many Facebook groups that I've done over the years. I have free groups that I've done in the past. I have pop-up groups that we've done for challenges and launches. We also have Facebook groups for our paid programs. So we manage quite a few Facebook groups, but this group is different because the UnCloned brand pretty much started in 2017. And after we launched in 2017, we wanted to spend a lot of time focused on, building a brand. And so we are a very small team. And so I've had free Facebook groups in the past, but as you know, a free Facebook group, it's kind of like managing a whole nother asset. So for us, it had to make sense. So we decided back then that we wanted to close the free Facebook group and focus on our paid Facebook groups. As a result of focusing on our paid Facebook groups, that ended up going really well. But then I started to feel a little emptiness, a little disconnection. I felt like we didn't have a place for our brand. We didn't have a place to cultivate community. We didn't have a place to bring in new people who did not know the brand. And so that, us creating the Facebook group did a few things for us. One, it's allowing us to create culture. Number two, it's allowing us to have like a holding place for our new fans and our pre-existing fans. And then it's just really cool because we get to share updates about the brand. We get to help people. And so overall, it's great, right? So with that being said, we decided that we was going to pull the trigger and relaunch the Facebook group. Now, in the past, when I've launched Facebook groups, I always just launch the Facebook group and tell people about it. But this time I treated it like a lunch. And I talk about this very deeply in my book, UnCloned Marketing. But for the sake of this video, essentially there's a process to it. So the first thing we did was we decided on a lunch date. That is super important. The reason we didn't let everybody in one by one, we wanted to create momentum for this lunch, right? We wanted to make sure we created momentum. We wanted to make sure that people were going to be excited. We wanted to like create that sense of, uh excitement, if you will, right? Get people hyped up and ready to participate. So basically, we told people, hey, I think we started promoting this on the 14th, and we started doing a few things. And I'm going to go over the strategies that we started to utilize. But the most important thing to think about is like we created excitement, right? We built up excitement around the lunch. And the thing about it is when people make announcements about their marketing, they kind of go straight into, oh, I'm just going to post a flyer. We went hard. I'm going to go over all the strategies that we did, but for the most part, the first thing we did was we obviously sent out an email and a text message to our list. The second thing we did was we started running Facebook ads. We spent about $7,812.21 on Facebook ads. I believe it was a little bit more than that because I didn't name one of the assets group. So this is pretty much all the money we spent on acquiring people to be able to come back to the Facebook group. So we were retargeting our existing audience. We were targeting a new audience. And so with the money that we spent, acquiring people to come and join our Facebook group is a little bit close to $8,000, right? If we kind of round up with the other ad thing that I spent. Now, some of you all may be thinking, okay, $8,000, that's a lot of money. That's a stretch. Is there any free ways? Yeah, you just gonna have, this is the thing, right? A lot of people complain about how people don't support them and how people don't buy their things and how people aren't checking for them. But these are the same people who won't run ads. These are the same people who are not joining group coaching programs, not joining masterminds, and they're wondering why things aren't growing for them. The reason that we were able to attract a huge audience of people who don't know who we are is because we were willing to acquire customers. All right. Super duper important. So, if you have the budget to do so, that's the thing. And I do believe that a big portion of our community came from these Facebook ads because people were like, oh, I really need to join this group. I want to learn how to master my offers. I want to learn how to master my content. I want to learn how to master, people just had different things that they wanted to master, right? So they ended up, we started running ads, and I'll show you an example of one of the ads that we ran just so you can kind of get an example of what some of those ads look like. Oh, that's a story ad. Hold on, y'all. Let me go back. Da-da-da. Let me see what this one looks like. I don't know why this is not coming up. Maybe I can look at the post. I do not know why it's not coming up. Anyway, we had different types of ads that we ran. If I had more time, I would have pulled it up. But for the most part, one of the things that we ended up doing was let me go back, running ads. Okay, so we ran ads. I was trying to pull up some examples to show you, but I don't know why it did not come up. Did you run your ads yourself? Yes. Ads changed my business. I had my first 10K month when I started doing ads. Absolutely. The thing about Facebook ads or Instagram ads, or really ads in general, you get in front of new people. Like, the reason you don't see me complaining on social media talking about, I wish my friends and family would support me and all of that is because I run ads. And so I'm always focused on acquiring new people into our community. So anyway, with that being said, so we ran ads. We had different types of ads. We had ads. I'm trying to see why this is not coming up. This is kind of like annoying me. So give me 1 second. Okay, this might show up. Okay, so let me see if I can expand this. All right, so hopefully y'all can see this. So this is what one of the ads said. It said, attention, entrepreneurs, speakers, authors, and consultants, product owners, basically my target audience. I'm opening up a brand new Facebook group that will show you how to master your offers, marketing, and content. If you want an invite, please click the sign up button. So people click the sign up button, and it took them, one of the strategies that we did, we actually did a like an opt-in page. I'll show y'all what that looks like. So we did an opt-in page, and basically on this opt-in page, we had people put in like their first name and email address. And the reason we was running ads to this first is because even if they didn't join the Facebook group, we were still able to build our email list. So we was doing two things at the same time. We was building our email list as well as getting people to join the Facebook group. When people join the Facebook group, there's 3 questions they have to ask, one being their email address. So we were able to build our email list as well. We actually added, I'm gonna tell y'all how we added like close to 400 people to our email list just with the launch of this Facebook group. Okay. So after we did that, after we ran ads, some other things that we were doing was we actually started to create posts on my page. So like I was going live. Basically I was telling people like, hey, we're opening up the Facebook group, you should join us. Then we let people know. And let me also say this. I believe that the biggest uptick that we seen like closer to the end was a result of this, right? We wanted to incentivize those who requested to join the group first. Because one thing about Facebook groups, everybody is in a ton of Facebook groups. And one of the things that we wanted to do was incentivize the people who actually took action. And that's something that I'm really big on, is like rewarding those who take action and not rewarding those people who like slow on their feet. Okay. So one of the things that we did was we created this bundle, and it was called Welcome to the UnCloned Family Bundle. Okay. And Welcome to the UnCloned Family Bundle was all the things that I really wanted people to do when they first joined our Facebook group. I felt like with this bundle, a few things would be true. One, they would know how we get down by seeing our resources. Number two, they were able to get all of these free resources right off the rip. It was like a welcome gift. Like it was like a thank you. Like, hey, thank you for joining our Facebook group. Here you go. This thing. But the thing about it is, and this is what made it really cool, you one had to request a group by July 31st at midnight. And number two, we released it inside of the Facebook group, and you only had 1 day to get it. So you only had 24 hours to get the bundle. After that, you had to pay for it. So if you went in the group, if you went in there on Sunday, if you went in there to download it, you did not get this bundle. Now, inside of this bundle had a few things. So one, we had our legal disclaimer, all of the things. And then we had the Welcome to the UnCloned Family Bundle. We basically gave like a marketing message worksheet, UnCloned Reels template, like a Canva template. We gave them 12-month marketing launches at a glance. We gave them 31-day sales tracker. We gave them a media kit template and an Ask for the Sale 30-day challenge. So these bonuses really got people excited, and they were like, oh, this is cool. Like, I'm getting a gift just from joining the group, right? And I do believe that that increased our engagement. And this one strategy alone added close to 400 people to our email list. Because you got to keep in mind, sometimes people join Facebook groups, they don't answer all the questions. And so you don't, if you don't get that information then how else do you get the information? Another thing to keep in mind, we also gave expiring coupon codes. So this was also, again, for our fast action takers. We gave a 50% off coupon for our new workshops, and then we gave them a coupon code for 20% off our content planning system. In addition to that, we had like my bio and then the last page. So that's the inside of the welcome to the UnCloned Family Bundle. For all of those who missed it, they had to, they came to the website and they was able to purchase it for $150. It's still worth it. So the people who got it for free were action takers, learned about the group, joined the group early, and the people who came on later on down the road, if they want the bundle, they can purchase it, right? And people have purchased it because it's a good bundle. So, in addition to that, what else did we do? So we did the Welcome to the UnCloned Family Bundle. Now I want to talk about the Facebook group. Okay. Whenever you launch a Facebook group, you have to set the tone off the jump. Okay. Whenever you do a free Facebook group or really anything that's going to be like a community based thing, you have to set the tone off the rip. Because if you don't set the tone, if you don't let people know, how you get down and all of those things, they're going to come in your group and think that they can run the play. Okay. And y'all know what I mean. So, one of the things that we did when we got into the group, we created a welcome post. And this is the welcome post for the Facebook group. It say, hey, you're officially in. Welcome to the Facebook group. We give them some things that they should do first. And then there's a welcome video on how to get the most out of the Facebook group. We also invite them to grab our UnCloned book bundle because that's the best place to get started within our brand and within our organization. And the second thing we ask people to do is to join our Text Mobile Club. That is intentional, right? We want to make sure that people are on all of our communication channels and they're getting what they need when they join our community. Okay. So the second post that we made was a introduce yourself post, which is welcome to the family. Now, because so many people were going to be joining the Facebook group, we did not allow people to do individual welcome posts, like introduce yourself posts within the feed, because that would have just been overkill. So we created a dedicated post. And basically, we asked people to introduce themselves by providing their business name, what you do, aka your marketing message, and a fun fact about yourself. And then we let everybody know, like, hey, do not make a second post outside of this post to introduce yourself. And anyone that did not follow those rules, we pretty much deleted their post and told them to go back to this thread and leave their introduction. And so this post has 490 comments. It reached over 1,600 people, a little bit over 150 likes. So the engagement off the rip was really good. The other thing to note is that we asked people to join our Text Mobile Club. And the cool thing about our Text Mobile Club, we're going to be doing like more secret Q&A, more secret pop-up events. And even though we have the Facebook group, you still want to segment those who still want to be super connected. So one thing about Facebook, even though you got a Facebook group, they're not going to show it to everybody. So because they're not going to show it to everybody, you want to make sure that you still have a way to communicate with people outside of these social media platforms. That's why we tell people like, hey, don't be mad because you don't want to be on the email list or the text message list and then you miss something important because you thought you was going to see the update in the Facebook group. So we highly encourage everyone, if they really like our brand, if they really want to stay connected with us, we highly recommend that they join our Text Mobile Club as well as our email list. The other thing to keep in mind is that we wanted to make sure that the group was engaged off the rip. So every single day, like clockwork, we post tons of content. Like every couple hours we posted something. We also mix in promotions. Like for instance, tomorrow morning at the time of this recording, we're doing the lead generation boot camp. And for those who took the initiative early, they were able to get a coupon code, and anyone who still wants to join, they can still save money off the lead generation boot camp. So we put a link to that. And then we also asked them, hey, if you have any questions, send us a text message. All right. Let's see. Let me close this out. So one thing about when you're posting in your community, right? You want to make sure you are engaging with your community. That's important. I personally don't like post and go people. They post stuff and they don't come back and acknowledge people or whatever the case may be. And so the cool thing about our community, I feel like we got 50-50. We got 50% of people who are brand new, who don't know what the UnCloned brand is. They don't know who I am. And then eventually kind of find out who I am. And then the other 50%, I called our UnCloned OGs. These are our clients, customers, people from, formal promotions we've done, challenges, people from our email list. So that's the cool thing about the group. It's a good mix. It's customers and clients in there, and it's also people who don't know us in there. And it makes for a great mix, and it makes for great community. Okay. So with that being said, that's pretty much how we launched our Facebook group. The Facebook group is not even a month old yet. And so we right at 2,600 members, which is insane for a group that literally been open for like, what's 12 days? 13 days, because we opened it up on July 31st. So this group has only been open for 13 days, and we're already at 2,600 members. The other thing that's really cool about this is that our community members have invited like over 200, 300 people. So that's like super cool, because people get to come in, preview the group, see if they want to stay, and then actually join. So hopefully this is giving you all some insight on what we did. So we ran Facebook ads, we made social media posts, we gave out a bundle, like a welcome bundle, to incentivize people to request to join our Facebook group. We did use a tool, and I don't know if I want to disclose the tool in this recording, because I need to see if they got an affiliate program. But we did use a third-party tool that allows us to push over the data that we ask in the questions into a Google spreadsheet. And then the other thing that we did that really worked really good, we did a bot. What do you call it? Like a mini chat bot, where we basically automated, where if you type the word group, it would send you a link to the Facebook group. And so we ran some ads to that as well. So for the most part, y'all, that's what we did. We ran ads, we sent out text messages, we sent out emails, we incentivized those who took action, we engaged in the group, we had our welcome posts and everything set up to welcome those that were brand new to the community. And yeah, that's what we did. So I will answer like 2 or 3 questions. So if you have any questions, put them in the chat, and then we're going to call it a day. Also, just a reminder, if you are watching this outside of our Facebook group, you can head over to uncloned.group to join our free Facebook group. And then also join our text message club if you're not on it. And you can do that at itswinningseason.com. All right. Let's see. What company should you use for text mobile clubs? There's so many. We personally use Postscript, which integrates with our Shopify store. I'm excited about tomorrow's training. Y'all, tomorrow's bootcamp is going to be off the chain. So if you all don't know what we're talking about, we got the lead generation bootcamp happening tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock a.m. on August the 13th. 2020 is going to be fire. So if you want to learn how to generate leads, hey, this is where the party at. Matter of fact, let me tell you what we're going to be covering, just in case you like, I don't know if I want to come. Let me tell you what we're about to cover. All right. Number 1, we're going to go over what we're going to be covering. We're going to be covering what is lead generation. We're going to be giving you a lead generation toolkit. We're going to go over inbound versus outbound lead generation. We're going to cover inbound lead generation strategies, outbound lead generation strategies, lead generation tracking, how to create a lead generation follow-up system, and then we're going to do Q&A. So the March training is going to be fire. If you all want to join that, you can head over to uncloned.shop and sign up. All right. If you cannot participate, if you got other plans for tomorrow, we will be recording and sending out a replay. All right. All right. So let me go to the next question we have. Let's see here. Let me see what the next question is. How are you feeling now about free versus paid Facebook groups? I believe that the paid Facebook groups are good, because you know that everybody paid to be in the room, right? I love paid Facebook groups. I personally will join a program because there's a paid Facebook group. That's just me. I love paid Facebook groups. So I'm totally a fan of paid Facebook groups. Free Facebook groups. I believe free Facebook groups work if you have a plan. So our Facebook group is now a part of our strategy going forward, and it's a great place for people to learn about us, learn about the brand, learn about the culture, learn about me. So because we have the bandwidth and we have like team and support, I'm now like feeling really good about the free Facebook group. At first, when we didn't have a lot of support and we didn't have a big team, having a free Facebook group is a lot to manage, especially as it gets bigger and bigger and bigger. And you want to be able to create an intimate culture, but you also want to make sure that you're cultivating community. And that was important for us. And I feel like that was the missing link for us. Let's see. Any other questions? Answered that question already. All right. So that will conclude this video on how we launched our launched our free Facebook group. My name is Audria Richmond. I am your marketing and launch strategist. I work directly with my clients to teach them how to build uncloned brands and launch profitable marketing campaigns. If you're new to our community, I highly recommend that you head over to uncloned.shop and grab the Uncloned book bundle so you can learn more about how to launch marketing campaigns. Thank you so much for your time. And until next time, have an amazing day. Peace out.